let's go ahead and check some of these that you should have done. So first, let's do our equation here. So we need to use the distributive property, and we're going to multiply that -6 times 2x and 5x. So when I do that, first off we get 10x. -6 times 2 is -12x. -6 times 5 is -30, and that's going to equal 20. Then we want to combine our like terms, so we have positive 10 and -12x. That becomes a -2x minus 30 equals 20. So then I would add 30 to get rid of those negatives, and we get -2x equals 50. Divide by -2, x equals -25. Okay, on to the next one. So in here we have distributive properties. So we need to multiply the 8 with everything on there. So 2w and -1. So this becomes 16w. 8 times -1 is -8. Minus 4w equals -116. So then we have 16w minus 4w. So we have 16 minus 4w is 12w equals -116. Now we solve. Add 8 to both sides, so 12w would equal -108. And when we divide by 12, we get w equals -9. Alright, so here we go for this one. So here's my line. And remember, we can put a really 1 right here because that's really what we're distributing, is -1. So we have 11h. -1 times 2h is -2h. -1 times -1 is +1. Alright, so now we have 11h and -2h, and so that's 9h plus 1 equals 118. Subtract 1 on each side, we get 9h equals 117. Divide into 9 groups, we get that h equals 13. Alright, so this looks like a really big, messy one, but it's not too bad here. So we do have to multiply the 1/2, but the good news is everything on the inside, there's even numbers, so it'll work out probably well. So half of 10x, so think if we had 10 rectangles, half of them would be 5 green rectangles. If I had 2 red tiles there, 2 red squares, half of those would be 1 red square. And so really, not too bad here. Then we want to combine our like terms. We have 5x and a positive 3x. So that gives us 8x minus 1 equals -25. Then we need to add 1. I'm getting a little ahead of myself there. -25 plus 1 is -24. Divided by 8, x equals -3. Okay, so here we have a word problem. 5 times the difference of twice a number and 3 decreased by the sum of a number and 8 equals 13. Wow, that seems like a lot. So let's break this up. First we have 5 times the difference of twice a number and 3. So 5 times the difference, so that would be the difference of twice a number and 3. So 5 times difference is subtraction, so twice a number and 3. Decreased by, so that would be minus the sum of a number and 8. So sum is addition and equals 13. So that's technically what we would have here. So first step is to set it up. Second step is to solve it. So here we're going to multiply 5 times 2n and negative 3. Here we're subtracting both of these. Really, we're going to multiply negative 1 times both of those. So 5 times 2n is 10n. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. Negative 1 times n is negative 1n. Negative 1 times 8 is negative 8. And that equals 13. So now we're going to combine like terms. Here and here. So 10n minus n would be 9n. Negative 15 minus 8 would be negative 23. And that's going to equal 13. And then we're going to add 23 to both sides. We get 9n equals 36. And then divide by 9. So our number is 4.